What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Wheels Fall Off podcast. And I am your host, Candace, also known as Spice from SpiceLifeTv. And this is my beautiful under-the-weather husband, Creed.
What up, world? How y'all doing? This is the podcast where we discuss relationships and reentry, particularly as it pertains to incarcerated individuals and their families.
And why is that, babe?
Because I did 23 and a half years, and this woman right here rolled with me the whole damn time.
Sure did.
And we just fought. Now we here showing other people how to fight.
That's right. And we're going to do this until the wheels fall off. And we want y'all to come with us. So let's go.
Let's roll.
All right. So where have we been? Tell the people where we've been. I'm going to tell them first.
You tell them. And I'll fill in the...
So we always try to have like a week ahead just in case like life happens. So we always have an episode. Well, we had our week ahead episode. And I can't forget what life did happen. But that was our backup episode. And then the next week, we was beefing. And I didn't feel like doing no episode with him. So we didn't do no episode. And then the next week, he's been sick. So.
I'm talking about as a dog. As a dog. I feel like a train ran through me. And you could take it how you want to take it.
It sounds like it has been running through you. I've heard it.
Ooh, my guts, man.
It's been coming out of It's been coming out of both ends, poor guy.
It's been bad. So
he even missed work, and you know he don't miss no work. So he missed 2 days of work, and
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 days of work. Fortunately, I just got like small bits of it. I did not nearly have this stomach thing like he had it. I've been getting like bouts, but not consistently. Like he sounds like he is excising the devil out of him.
You ain't had it? That's what you had this morning.
First of all, I said I've had bouts.
I had to put it out there. I had to get you because you hit me with the back it. And so I had to get your ass back down.
Oh, you was feeling away?
I'm feeling the way about that.
Yeah, no, this morning I woke up and it was like, wake up! Hurry up! My stomach was like, girl, get there.
Yeah.
And I got there thinking he was still asleep because it was like 5 in the morning.
I was still asleep. That's the point I'm making. I was still asleep.
You were not asleep. You didn't wake up because of that. You woke up.
Me and you.
You did not.
Oh, me and you. I never even heard you go. Oh, no. I never even heard you go. I was in a dream that I could not wake up from. You know you have one of those dreams? I had this dream that I could not wake up from, y'all. And I don't know what it was. We were trying to look for a condo. I don't know why. We have a house.
We have an extra condo. Think big.
Huh?
We got a spare.
Well, that's true. But we were looking for this condo, and when walking around, we're looking at each other like, why? I keep asking, like, why are we shopping with this real estate
let
dude?
That be a manifestation.
And then you were like, I don't know. We don't need this. And we were...
Was it in Jamaica?
It was not in Jamaica, but I'm going to tell you this,
Puerto Rico.
It was all white.
What was all white?
The whole place was all white. I remember walking through.
Was it on some white sand? Like
no, but it was in bomb weather. I know it wasn't in Washington. I know it wasn't in Washington.
Manifest
and so
it.
I'm trying to get out of this dream. Like, why can't I wake up? And I just heard. I don't even want to tell y'all what.
Okay. First of all, that's why I know he's lying because that is not the sound that came out of his body.
That's not that. No, that wasn't the sound. I was about to make the sound. And I stopped myself.
First of all, you made the sound like anyway. He's doing the most and adding extra, and I know he's not talking after what I heard coming out at you this weekend or week. I know we're not doing that.
Yeah, you can't talk about that because I was throwing up at the same time.
At the same time.
Same damn
Imagine
time.
those noises.
I couldn't.
How did you not hear that?
I don't know. Like, where were you at? When it happened?
In the kitchen.
Yeah, I was trying. I couldn't.
I was like, oh.
You heard all that? That's why I take my ass downstairs. That's why I take my ass downstairs and use the bathroom downstairs. That's
I don't know if they know why you're so anti. We haven't told them any of that, but Babe does not like talking about boo-boo. He does not like mentioning it, talking about it. The fact that I go is like really just taboo. He does not like talking about it.
I've always been like that.
He's not the guy that will fart on you. You'll never will have to walk by into his cloud of poot. He will not do that. Like this guy he keeps that thing.
I do. I think it's hella rude. I know people have freedoms with that. I wish I had those freedoms, but I don't. And no, I don't wish I had those freedoms as sleep because I be thinking like there's certain things about people's lives y'all need to keep behind that bathroom door, right?
I absolutely agree with you, babe. The only problem is that sometimes you don't have the time.
I've made concessions for that because I did not realize that a long time ago. You know how it really used to be. And so with you, I had to like be considerate, like, what are you doing? You know? And me, I want to be around you, and then you be like, could you go downstairs? Could you?
No, he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. Yet I leave and walk into the bathroom, and who follows me? So where am I supposed to do this at?
I wasn't finished with my sentence. But you're very good, though. You're very good because you've taken this conversation from this morning, which was, I was like, I woke up out that dream. Like the real estate dude in my dream just disappeared. I was in a dark room.
I would totally give you this if you were telling the truth.
Hey, I'm telling you.
That was not the sound.
I can't make the sound.
Why?
Okay, you want me to make the sound? Here it goes. See, and
no.
The world,
no,
y'all ask.
Cut it.
No, you cut it later. I'm going to tell him, and then you can decide to cut it. It was more like this, y'all. You wanted me to get real? You want me to get real? Now imagine that with the echo of the toilet
and the early morning quiet.
And the early morning quiet. Right. And I was like, so about 5 seconds into that noise, I pulled the covers over my head, realized that it wasn't deadening the sound, and about 9 seconds later, I think it ended. It was good. That's why I said, "Are you okay this morning?" When we took Munchie to the park this morning, I had to ask you. You couldn't even not smile because you knew. Like I'm gonna tell y'all these. It's those ones like if you go to a public restroom, you have to use it because it's an emergency. You be holding on to the sides. That's what it sounded like she was in there doing.
It was not even that serious.
It probably wasn't, but it sounded like you was like, hold on to the sides. Hey.
It was nowhere near that.
No sweats or nothing?
Oh my God. So extra.
Okay.
So extra. Anywho.
So I will take full credit for giving you that. Passing that on this week, probably.
You sure did. So that's where we've been. We missed 2 weeks. That's crazy. And the first one, we were like not even sure we were going to miss the first one. And then once we did, it was like, okay, we'll be back next week. And then the next week came, we're like, we still don't have anything.
Life happened.
It was
life happened. And the thing is, like, you've been telling me too, like we need to have a couple in the bag for something like that. You've been saying that.
I've been saying it because it happens fast and then it gets out of control. And then the thing is one thing happens and you're like, oh, I got my backup. But then the thing that happens right after that, there's no backup and you're just out here. So that's where we've been. Sorry.
We missed y'all, though.
And we appreciate y'all that have been checking up on us. I've been getting texts and DMs like, where y'all at? Y'all good?
We good. We still here. We ain't fell off.
We're still here. So you want to get into this episode?
Let's get into this episode.
We're going to start with our ice grills for the week because we haven't done ice grills for a while. This is our first episode we've shot in November. Yep. That's crazy. And we're halfway through. Next week is Thanksgiving. Oh, we're going to have to figure that out because I don't know if we'll have one next week because it is Thanksgiving. So if you don't see one, then you'll know it's Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'll tell you this. I am thankful for this podcast and this opportunity. I'm thankful for the people we're meeting. I'm thankful for the growth. I'm thankful that we do have our spats and fights, but this is kind of working as like semi-potential therapy for us because we can also talk about them because we know we're not perfect at this and we're working at it every day and it's hard and it's just something that we have to really like practice what we preach. Yeah. And I think this is a good way to do that.
Probably was a good thing to get out and do today.
Yeah. So if you hear him being all sniffly and congesty, just bear with us.
Oh my God. I'm trying. Can I get that water again?
Yeah, and this is new because you weren't having this part.
No, this came up after the park.
He had to leave the park, y'all. He had to run for...
Shut up.
No, you was telling my business. We was throwing the ball and Munchie was playing, having a good old time. And then all of a sudden, Babe was like, he said, there's about to be a situation. And I'm thinking he takes off. I'm thinking he sees another dog and was trying to be like, hey, can you keep your dog over there? No, I turn around because I'm going to get Munchie thinking I have to put his leash on him. My mind's totally thinking there's a dog situation. He's running and then I get it. That thing's like, babe, I'm like, I got to run back. And he just takes over.
I literally was about to just leave when I said there's going to be a situation. And then I was like, I got to let her know that I'm leaving because I thought just stopping and turning around. Right?
Yeah.
Was going to make it come. I'm late. World, just to be clear, I'm having a stomach issue at the park, right? But, babe, here's the quandary. You can't keep the butt tight when you run. You can only do it when you walk, but it's coming. So I'm walking trying to keep the butt tight, and every time I try to run, it's like
you're walking like those walking champions.
I was, and then you remember those people that was at the entrance of the park when we went? They were there, and I'm trying to walk normal in front of them because if you could tell the way I'm walking. So I get to them, You know the fence that before you walk in, I get to them. And I feel it coming. I don't know if you ever done it. I stop and lean on the fence.
No,
to
you
cross
didn't.
my ankles
while you're going there on the way out.
Because it started to come, and
but
so I'm starting.
Like, what are you doing?
No, I'm saying I have to stop because it's coming.
No, I'm saying, but aren't they looking at you?
Yeah,
like,
I'm
what
thinking
is this
they
guy
were.
Doing?
This dude was on the other side of his car with his pants halfway down, and he was cleaning something.
He lives in his car,
so he wasn't really paying me no attention. But the other person was like, she finally looked over at me, and
it was a guy, and because he had a pink laptop.
That was a guy?
Yeah.
I said, she finally looked over at me and smiled, and I was like, how you doing?
Just clenching my ass cheeks over here.
Got myself under control and did the same walk all the way home. By the time I hit our street, I hit the my alarm on my truck to open the garage.
Oh, because I had the opener.
Yeah. So now I got to get there. I got to go into the truck. I got to lean and.
If you didn't have your car keys, that would have been bad. You'd have had to go behind the truck.
I'd have put my whole ass in one of them garbage cans behind on the side of the house and just sat there. I ain't playing.
Babe, I didn't even think about that because I had the garage door opener. Yeah. If you didn't have your car keys,
it would have been tragic.
Well, you know to hide a key, but you wouldn't even thought about that.
No, I wouldn't have. It was bad. It was bad.
You would have had to just literally shat in your pants and called me and then sprayed your ass off outside.
I would have been spraying myself off outside when you came home. That's why I said that, because that was one of the ones. When you listen, let me tell y'all. Let me tell you something.
Shitty situation.
When you take a gangster with your coat on, it was an emergency at home. When you still got your coat on at home, I came out that bathroom like, whoo. My
and
beanie was sideways. You still ran
down the stairs too. That's crazy.
For some reason, that seems closer when you come through that door.
I don't know how that's closer.
It's 13 steps and around the corner.
Having to clench your ass down steps, I would think that would be more of a hazard.
No, it didn't feel like it. I came in and shot down them steps.
Yeah, I bet you did. Me and Munchie we was playing at the park. Because I was like, oh, he'll be back, and then he never came back. And then it was cold, so we went ahead and came home, and he was still down there. I heard the shower turn on like 3 minutes after we got there.
Listen,
I was like, oh, it was a bad.
It was a bad one. When you get that first rush, and it make you sit on the toilet like. Ugh.
No, that's what woke me up this morning when I was like, it was like, girl, if you don't tread lightly. There was about to be all kind of mishaps.
Like that?
Like
Did
that.
you barely make it too?
Barely. That's why you heard that.
Oh, yeah, because as soon as that door closed. As soon as that door closed.
Stop talking about my stuff.
Listen, do you remember?
All of my business.
Remember how you had the house coat hanging on the bathroom door? It's like one of those situations, like if you try to close the door and the house coat was there, you have to open it to take that. But you're trying to. It's too much. That was what it was.
Because the thing about it is, I was hoping that house coat was enough insulation to keep everything that needed to stay inside. But I had to just get some things under control before I could get up and then close the door like it needed to be closed, because
that little bit too much is where it was getting my truck to open the garage door.
Like, stop! What's happening?
What I can't believe is that we didn't spend 12 minutes here talking about this.
16.
I was giving us a little cushion.
16 minutes. Talking about poo. Okay. Let's get into the Ice Grills.
Okay.
This week, we're doing Ice Grills. Babe picked the Ice Grills. What is the Ice Grills of the week?
The Ice Grill of this week is, what is your most embarrassing prison moment? Ladies first.
Oh, my goodness. The most embarrassing? I mean, I think I told them the one about where I had brought the picture. And I brought the little nasty nude in to visiting, and then I forgot it was in my coat pocket. Went to the bathroom, came back, and the guards saw it.
Yes.
That was definitely top 3.
Yes.
I'm gonna say my top 1. Dang, was that at Stafford?
Which one?
When the guard walked in on us, doing the dang.
No, that was at McNeil.
No,
that was the boom boom room.
No, not that. Not that time.
That's a damn shame. We got times. What time are you talking about?
The time where I was laying in the bed and I slipped my foot under because he walked in.
Oh, that was Staff.
Was it Stafford? I think it was Stafford. I don't think it was Cedar Creek.
No, it wasn't Cedar Creek.
I'm pretty sure it was Stafford.
It wasn't Monroe.
So me and Babe were having a, grown-up time at one of our trailers. We were at the trailer. And so we were there. I can't remember if it was day 1 or day 2. Probably
I think it was day one.
The evening of day 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the trailer, which is so weird, this one specific trailer, mind you, they have the trailers inside of this like gated fenced area. It's gated and barbed. So you're in like your own little cage inside of the trailer. Mm-hmm. But this trailer, for some reason, they had alarms on the windows. Mm-hmm. And I guess it was to alert if someone was trying to escape, which I don't get that because we could just walk out the door.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was so weird. So we're in the bedroom, we're doing our thing, having a good old hot and heavy time, and I mess around and open the window. I just reach up above Babe and open the window, not even thinking anything of it. So we're just going at it. Probably 5 minutes later, we hear this knock on the door. It wasn't even it was a boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, jump under the cover. He jumps up to get up because they're not coming for me. He goes to the door, and the guy's like, "We got an alarm on the room or something like that." So he comes walking back. I'm not thinking anybody's gonna come in. I'm butt booty naked on the bed.
I'm not thinking nobody's gonna come in because I left them at the door. Yeah. And started checking the window. They said it was the bedroom window, so I went back there to check. He came in.
I see Babe first come back in the room. I'm fine. I know that there's someone in the house, so I just have like the blanket over me, but I'm not thinking I have to be presentable because I'm not thinking I'm about to see anybody. No. This dude comes walking back in the room with me just laid out there. And I had the cover over me, and I'm like trying to cover everything. I put the cover over my head.
You did.
And then my foot
was your worst move. That was your worst move.
My foot was out, and I was trying to be completely invisible, and I slid my foot under the blanket. Mm-hmm. And Babe has been clowning me about that foot slide ever since.
Because I was standing there at the foot of the bed. I've already checked the window. I seen that it was open, so I closed it. So I'm standing at the foot of the bed. I look down, and I see her foot.
But mind you, there's a man at the door. He's standing at the door, the door of the room.
And I'm like, basically trying to get him out of there. I'm like, okay, I'll close it. Like, it's good now. Like, basically you can leave because in these situations, because it's security, if I get too aggressive with them and all that, they could just end the visit. So I'm trying to be cool, but at the same time, get him the fuck about the damn room. And Candace asked, you probably should have just left the foot there. They probably wouldn't notice it, but you snatched it.
You said you probably wouldn't notice it with my big ass laying under the bed, under the blanket. He noticed me.
Oh my God, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was so crunchy because I was not expecting that man to come into. First of all, it was just tacky to me that you wouldn't announce yourself and not even say like, "Is everybody okay? I'm coming in the room."
Right.
And I'm a naked woman in the room, and you just come walking back there.
And something was going on because I jumped up and just put on some shorts.
Because he didn't have no clothes on, and he got a wife in there.
Yeah, they crazy.
It was like, dude,
so disrespectful.
So disrespectful, and he couldn't even say anything or do anything.
Yeah.
And then later, was that the same night we watched them them boys get covered in snow?
Oh my God. That was the most infuriating.
That was
2 hours.
Dumb time. We were irritated already because that man came in and ruined our moment. And then we were watching this show that was kind of like 20 like
it was like a 2020
60 minutes kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And it was about these two boys that went missing, and it was a snowy day, and they ended up like they were digging out of this like snow embankment. They got buried in there, and it took them literally, it was a show that could have wrapped up in an hour, and you know how they do like the extra long one. When I tell you, he was already so irritated about that. We were both irritated, but those boys in that snow,
they could have wrapped. That could have been the lead story on the evening news. They turned that into a 2-hour damn Dateline.
Committed into it. We were like, well, we've got this far. We got to keep going.
Oh my God.
Anyway, that was a digression. It just brought back.
So, which one of those moments was the worst? The ones you just said.
I still think the visiting room was the worst because I had to see that man every week, and he saw my booty cheeks up in the air, and I know he thought about it every time he saw me.
What you think he did with that picture?
I don't know. It was in his Spank Bank collection, though. I'm sure he kept it because he already was always in my face anyway. He just liked our table. He loved our table. So and then the fact that he felt comfortable enough to come over and be like, "Saw you," or like, what did he say? Like something about Ross or something about my shoe sticker. He made a comment.
Yeah, he did. I can't remember though.
Oh,
I can't. But you are hot in the face.
Because I was embarrassed, but I had done wrong. So you know how when you're wrong, you can't be mad because you knew you did wrong.
Yeah, because you want to tell him, get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck away from my table. And he got a joke with this dude.
Right. Then because you want to be cool because like you said, he could have canceled our visits to this day.
Yeah, he could have.
He could have been a Dundada.
Damn.
What about you?
I got a couple of them.
Okay.
I got a couple of them, so I'm going to decide which one it is. First of all, the first one happened, I was at Stafford Creek, and we had just got through working out. So when we come out the weight room, everybody migrates towards the door waiting for them to call movement, go back to the unit. So we just kind of, bullshitting, shucking and jiving, talking shit. And then one of these dudes, I can't remember what he said. He said something hella stupid. The hallway where we usually congregate at was full of people, so we went into the exercise room. The exercise room is where they got all the bikes and all that, the treadmills and all that stuff. So we're in there talking, and dude said something hella stupid, and I'm getting on him, like, fuck you think you is, bro? Like, what rock they find this cat up under? I'm getting on him like, what?
You're roasting him.
Yeah, but okay. Yeah, I'm like, what rock they find this cat up under? You know what I'm saying? And so everybody's joking, everybody's clowning and everything. My ass, while I was clowning, I'm backed up and stepped back onto a treadmill that was still going. That somebody got off and it hadn't cut off yet. And so I'm talking shit and I back up, and as soon as my feet did, just like this, and you ever hit something like fast? And then it pushed me off. That's the cold part. So I go, boom, hit it, and then go into, and thank God there was nothing behind it because it literally shot me off. And they clowned me
That's what you get.
hard.
Trying to tell somebody.
The homies clown me so hard. But I mean, that's part of it. You never want to give your partners ammunition. I gave them ammunition that day.
You did.
And the thing is, so I had to start getting mad when people brought it up. Like, bring it up again, nigga. Bring it up again. So nobody would bring it up no more because I got tired of it after like a year. I did. I was like, bring it up again, nigga. I put you on there and turn it on. That's what I used to do. That's what I did.
You're a
nobody else brought it up again.
Because you're a bully.
I'm not a bully.
You are a bully. He's a bully.
Not a bully. Anybody that knows me
knows you're a bully.
Write, comment, let me know if you think I'm a bully.
First of all, the people that know you probably don't see this. And they can't write and tell you because they cannot JPay me and then have me write it in. And you know that.
You don't know nothing about what they can do. You don't know about what they can do. You don't know nothing about what they can do.
I know that, and I know you're a bully because I know they've all told me.
They have not.
Yeah. Devontae, Jarrell. Should we continue naming names?
Listen.
HB, Chuck, D Handsome. Should we continue?
They say I was a bully?
You're a bully.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Rick knows.
Really?
He really knows.
That's the biggest bully ever.
That's why he knows to tell you one.
Nah, Rick Rock full of shit. All them cats full of shit. They told you I was a bully. I was nice as hell to them all the time.
To them.
Let's move on. Second thing, the second embarrassing moment, fucking with you. And I might have told y'all about this.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's not, you were involved but didn't know.
Oh.
But we might have discussed this before. Yeah. So here's the thing.
What?
In the unit, when you locked up, it's always white noise. It's always conversations, people's radios, TV's going, the showers is going, people talking shit. It's loud. The officers is yelling at somebody. It's just always noise. Mm-hmm. So, me and this one having phone sex. Mm-hmm. What I didn't know while we were having phone sex is that they made everybody lock up except for everybody that was on the phone. So what that means is there's no more white noise. What I didn't know, I'm on the phone having phone sex with her.
Wait, did we
and I'm
tell
grunting. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did, so please forgive me for repeating myself. I'm on the phone grunting. I'm on the phone grunting.
Oh God.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. She's over there responding. She's responding, so I don't give a fuck. I'm thinking, can't nobody hear. No. And I'm sitting on the stool on the phone, moving my hips, thinking people just, I got my back to everybody, so I'm thinking people just doing their thing like usual. I hung up. Listen, I got off that phone with you because the only thing I hear is me in conversation, and I have
Not the hips,
I have
babe.
I have an earplug in this ear. Yeah, the hips. They was going. I had an earplug in this ear and the phone on this ear. So when I stand up, I look around, I take the ear, and it's like hella quiet. And there's a phone line down there. Cass is just waiting for the phone. So the Cass is waiting for the phone is always watching the phone to see who about to get up. They've been watching it the whole time.
You never told me
I was trying to play that shit cool.
You never told me that part. You just told me Ari called you about it.
Yeah, he did. He was the one that let him know. Like, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga, right? So I get off the phone. Now I realize because the level of noise is so low that they had to have been able to hear me. I'm not even thinking about the hips. Ari told me about the hips.
Bad.
I didn't think about the hips because it's so natural. I get off and now I know they can hear me.
You got off.
Yeah, I got it. I get off, now I realize they can hear me. So before I walked past him, I was like, stupid ass nigga, man. Gotta yell at this nigga on the phone like that, man. Shit. Get this nigga, man. Shit, you get on my nerves. They wasn't going for it. They wasn't going for it. They was like, nigga, you was having a good time. You want to call back? Nigga went and got the phone and picked it up and looked at me like this. Like, he's like, Big Money. You want to call back?
Why wouldn't you just own that? I feel like you would have owned it. It would have went up better. That's so funny.
Nah, I mean, yeah, but those are the two embarrassing moments. So I'm trying to figure out which one was the most. I'm not really tripping on the sex thing because everybody had sex, but not as visual and.
Wait, what was your first one?
The treadmill.
Oh, the treadmill. Oh yeah, no, I don't know. What do you think is worse? I feel like your second one's the worst.
It only worse because Ari asked because he kept demonstrating it, and he sits on the stool and his feet don't hit the ground. So he's demonstrating
he's
it.
He's a little guy.
Yeah, he's demonstrating it and he's doing that, and everybody.
He's very animated too. So whatever it was, he put 1,000 on it, which made it way more funny.
100%.
I already know, and he's loud, so that was funny.
Yeah. So anyway. Those are my two. Y'all comment, let me know which one's more embarrassing. I sure was going to, but you should have seen me. If you'd have known what I look like having phone sex with you,
probably wouldn't want to have regular sex.
You probably wouldn't have no sex at all.
Probably wouldn't.
I'm telling you.
Please stop.
I am telling.
Please stop.
You.
Please stop.
I'll be into it. I'll be like, we doing it.
I can't. I cannot. I can't. I need everybody to just calm down. It's like take a second and calm down, everybody. Okay.
I'm just trying to tell you something. So,
moving on.
That's the end of Ice Grills, y'all.
Moving on. The next segment we're going to get into is our high-low. Is that what it is?
That is it. That's what it is.
Do we even need to do that? Because we already did our poop segment. Then we did the Ice Grills segment. We're at 30 minutes now. Let's just get into the topic.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's just get into the topic today since we've been chit-chatty.
That works for me.
What is the topic of today?
Main topic of today. We are celebrating freedom. Yes. So it's kind of a light topic, but it can get heavy depending on what it is. And the question is, what are some of life's simple joys after doing 23 and a half years? Right? Mm-hmm. So we can ping pong if you want to.
Sure.
Want me to go first?
Yeah, you start.
Okay, so I would say there's levels to this shit, right? So you have the big thing that you like to do or that you never realized you could do, and then you have the small things that you appreciate. The big things being like anything with you. I get to see you all the time. I get to be around you. I could just call upstairs. What was it last week? We were doing something. You was like, "This is how I always wanted my Sundays." We were doing something very simple.
Yeah.
At home, and you was like, "I've always wanted my Sundays like this," and I can't remember what it was. But it's stuff like that it can literally bring you to tears.
Oh, we were in the bed.
Too much.
We hung out in the bed most of the day. Like we would get our food, we would hang out, do something, and then we watch movies in the bed all day.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, because didn't Yaz and them come over Sunday?
It might have been the week before though. I think it was.
It could have been.
Yeah, I think you're a week behind.
But stuff like that, anything involving you, those type of things would literally like at a moment's notice bring tears to your eyes if you think about it. Like, this is dope.
A lot of times it does.
Yeah.
To me, I mean, I be crying all the time with stuff that I'm like, I can't believe this has actually happened, and I've been waiting for it all this time. And it's something. A lot of times there's things that are so they're things that nobody else ever thinks about because they just things you do all the time.
Yeah.
But some things still bring tears to my eyes.
I bet. You know, and so being able to, you know, everybody knows when you're in the joints, you don't eat home cooked food and you don't, but just being able to be outside at night with you. Like we didn't get that when I was locked up, except for a couple of times we was at a trailer and they allowed you to do that, but we were still locked up behind a fence, like we couldn't do anything, you know.
So why don't you take me outside more? We got that
outside?
Backyard. We have the gazebo. You know, I like the fire pit. We have the chairs under there. We could go sit under there and sing and play games. You know, I could sing all day.
Wait a minute, wait. Sing and play games?
I could do that with no reason.
That's just it.
With the fire pit?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, you make a good point. But, okay. Point taken. I hear you. She wants to go outside, but she's been saying that like the last month or so. Just the simplicity of a lot of things that she likes to do. She would like to do more.
I think sometimes Babe thinks he has to do grand scheme things all the time, which doesn't. Grand gestures, which then makes it where they don't happen a lot because they're so grand. And really, I don't need grand. I just need stuff.
Or a grand.
Shoot, if you could give me a grand, I'll take that.
Yeah.
But you could also just take me outside to the patio. I'm fine with that. Because I never got it. Stuff like that. Like, I probably am the best person to be able to, like, not have a whole lot of money to impress with because it does not take a lot for me to just be blown away and so happy and so, like...
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. In terms of, see, here's the thing with Candace, Spice. Here's the thing with Spice. Spice is a ball of fun, and when you do have fun, she's like the one girl that I like to have fun with. Like in my past, anybody I've ever been going out with or anything like that, you know, they wouldn't have been as fun at the baseball game. You know, they wouldn't have been fun just going to the park. They wouldn't have been as fun just being back there. You know, like when I put on that Whitney, when I want to dance with somebody on, what do? My baby instant react. Anybody else would be like, this is old. This old song. But that is just like anytime we're feeling down,
that gets us
going. It gets us up, you know, get us in the mood. But yeah, but back to the subject. Sorry about that. I digressed. Those big things that I always wanted to do, and it is grand gesture. I mean, I'm a grand gesture type of guy. I want to buy you stuff because I never was able to just buy you something at the drop of a dime, right? And you always tell me like, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff and all that, but it was just so many times where I had to. It was a month's process for me to buy you the smallest thing, right? Because of being locked up, and so now if I could buy you something, or if I could. Just be around you. Those are the things after all these years that I cherish the most. Then you have the small things that make you appreciate, like like being able to fucking rewind a TV show is still crazy to me. That is still nuts to me.
I remember the first time that happened. I remember telling him that I used to do that and he would not understand. And then I remember the first time I was like, he was trying to get me to see something and he kept talking about it. And I was like, babe, it was frustrating because I was like, why aren't you just rewinding it? But he didn't even have the concept that you could rewind TV. No. And I'm like, rewind it. Yeah. It's like, what do you mean rewind?
You can't rewind live TV. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So stuff like that still blows me away. And I'm kind of glad because I'm worried about how I'll feel when those things wear off and they don't catch me anymore. And I just want to go the rest of my life with those things catching my attention.
Yeah.
It makes me appreciate
I think too, though, it's good. I like when you point those things out, that they're like things that catch your attention, because then it helps me be like, it helps me remember and appreciate things too. Like it helps me be like, oh yeah, that wasn't a normal thing for him or a normal thing for us. One thing I'll say that I just I love to this day, I just love hearing the shower turn on. Me hearing the shower turning on means that you're there and that you're home. I've never lived with anybody, I mean, besides Jackie. Mm-hmm. And that was the only indication sometimes that I would know that she was home is if I'd hear the shower. Mm. And I remember thinking, like, I can't wait till he comes home and I can hear him turn on the shower. And now anytime I hear the shower turn on, it's just like, he's home.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And because I knew the shower was, when you turn on the shower at our house, I know that water is hot. And I know the pressure's good, and I know you're gonna be clean and come out of there being like, "That was a good shower."
Yeah, prison showers don't give. Mm-mm.
You came and tell me, I mean, all the time, telling me about these little cold, ditzy showers you would take. But I don't know, something about me hearing that in the shower water, that turn on in the morning, anytime it happens, it's just like.
That gives you some peace and solace, huh?
He's home.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. How about just being able to, I mean, everybody knows go and come as you please, but like hop in my truck and, you know, just I need to go somewhere. I need to get something done. I don't need anybody to do it for me anymore. I really appreciate just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, just being control of my own fate every single day, you know? Depending on and the reason why I say that is because when you locked up, depending on if the guy down the tier wants to trip about something and make a big deal out of something. Now, this could literally be visiting day fucked up, we locked down, everything's through, or if he does do something and the officer wants to trip, same thing. Mm-hmm. It was just, there's nobody in control of what I do anymore. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that. It comes daily to my mind, those thoughts. I really do appreciate that. That's why I'm telling people, don't get locked up. It ain't for you. It's so dehumanizing because what you start to realize is that what say so do you have on a daily basis? And you know, we walk around the joint all the time feeling like we got say so on so many levels. Mm-hmm. You know that. Mm-hmm. In our relationships, only thing you got control over is what you say, what comes out of your mouth, and how you react to things. So other than that, they got control all over you. It's just, so I mean, it just feels good on a daily basis after 23 years not to have that no more. Yeah. Yeah. That's something I think about daily.
So in my life, something that's kind of it's come up recently too, because now is November, it's benefits month. Everybody does their open enrollment and changes stuff. It is really cool for me to have you as my emergency contact.
Yeah, we never got to do that, huh? You were mine, but you couldn't. I could
to have you down as my emergency contact, and then have you down listed as my husband, the first emergency contact. And on some places they only give you one, so you're the only one. Mm. I always have had to have like Jackie as my emergency contact, and then my sister. Mm-hmm. And like I knew Jackie was, of course, she'd come and be consistent. Courtney, if she could get there, she probably would call someone else that was closer to tell them to come. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because she's where she's at. But and it's my sister. Mm-hmm. But it's different having you on there because I don't know. It just is like, no, he's coming. Mm-hmm. Whereas I knew that Jackie would come, but it's different. Yeah, it's like you're coming. You're coming to save me. Having you down on my emergency contact, but then also just all my beneficiaries. I used to be really concerned about how that was going to happen. Like if something did happen to me, I always put Babe, getting the bulk of my stuff, and then I would split the rest between my brother and sister. Mostly because you were in, and I wanted somebody that was out to have access, and then could divvy up whatever they needed to divvy up. And then now, I mean, I have to say, I even felt a little way. I felt some kind of way not having my brother and sister on my beneficiary stuff.
Did you?
I did.
Because you're so used to it.
Because they've been on it all this time, and I've always just thought, like, whatever, happens to me, they'll handle it. They got it. I'll give it to them. They can take care of it. But then when it was like, oh, no, now he can actually use it and it take care of him while if something happened to me, our home, our cars, whatever. It was a thing. It was like, it was a cool thing to like transition, like, oh no, I'm his responsibility now. And now my stuff is his stuff,
Yeah.
Or our stuff.
Well, I like how you said the save part, because that's another thing that I really appreciate after all these years is that, out here, when you're locked up and you sitting on all that time, people don't really think you're coming home. Like they're not thinking 10 years from now, 20 years from now, he's out of the picture. So now when somebody mess with you.
Nobody messes with me like that no more.
I'm not the type of person that if somebody messes with you any type of way, whether it's an argument, a disagreement, or something like that, whatever the case, I feel better. I'm not the type of person to jump in all your stuff like that, but just knowing that they know. You know, you can disagree. Don't say nothing crazy. Damn sure don't threaten. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that nigga's home. He's over there.
Yeah.
You know, and when you used to tell me about issues that you used to have back in the day, I'd just be sitting over there and I just have to be a shoulder to lean on, but I couldn't do shit.
So mad.
You want me to call him, babe? What you gonna do? What's a call gonna do? You want me to call him? I cuss his ass out right now. Now I'm home and I can handle that for you.
No, even like the other day, there was like a little situation and I just liked how you were like, let me read them text messages. Let me just make sure ain't nobody got crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I mean, especially in that situation, I did not feel like that at all. But it is different having someone that actually has your back in real life, in the physical, in person, and that actively tries to have your back. Like, it's different when you just have people that, like, you be out, and I have people that if something happened, yeah, we'll rally. We're going to rally, but not like, they're not like, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Yeah.
And that was, even though that situation is still kind of heavy on my chest, I appreciated that you were just like, what's going on? Do I need to say anything? And I could just be like, no, this is good.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, that moves very high on the list as far as stuff that I really appreciate now that I'm home. Is that right there? Is being able to not, I don't want to say have a say, but kind of have a say in the way people might be reacting to you, and not even having to say anything. Just knowing that he's there, he's around. And I don't get into fights with women and stuff like that. I let women handle that. But men, when it comes to, you got a problem with my lady or whatever, my woman's strong enough to handle herself. I'm going to let her handle herself. But the second she needs me to tap in or you say something I don't like, I'm going to fuck you up. And I can do that now.
Well, we haven't had to do that, thankfully. And no, there's not situations that just would, at least now, I'm in my big age. There's no situations I think that are just like, where I'm like, Pookie! Back in the day, though, there was a few. I was like, I need you to roll up and bring the big guys.
Listen, if you'd have seen the way the Amazon man was looking at you this morning,
the who?
The Amazon man.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, it's like I wasn't even sitting in that truck. That man drove by with his earpiece in and he was looking.
You. I didn't even see him.
He had to have known I was in the truck. I mean, you got out the passenger seat. You soon as you got out the passenger seat, that's when he was turning around. That's when he saw you. He was turning around at that intersection right there, and he was coming back. So by the time you got to the garage door, he's looking like this. And I'm watching this fool. I'm in the truck watching this fool like he don't see me just sitting here.
You should have said, "You're welcome. Enjoy those looks."
Yeah, well, he wish he had a package to drop off.
Oh, he had a package.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. But and another thing is what we gonna do today. Grocery shop with you.
I know. I think I'm gonna have to start going back to the daggone grocery store.
Tell the world why.
Cause those freaking fees are too high, and they be charging too much. And we be going to the grocery store a lot.
And they just charging for convenience because they don't know nobody wants to do that.
And Fred Meyer's, the stores that I be getting on Instacart don't be having the best deals, and nobody beats Winco.
Okay, so how do you think this grocery store is going to be the week before Thanksgiving?
Stupid. And it's a Saturday before Thanksgiving. I think we should go to the one on 6th Ave, not the one in 72nd. Because Anyway, one other thing that I will say that I really enjoy now that you've been home is one thing about Pookie is he's a late night eater and not a snacker. That's when he decides to cook his meal is like at 11 o'clock at night. And I already cooked the meal. We already ate the meal that was at 8. And then comes 11 o'clock at night. Now he want to make him a bacon sandwich. And who can tell this man who ain't been able to make no bacon sandwich or have bacon?
You.
I tell you.
You do it every morning.
When it's been like when he eats a pack of bacon for one sandwich and it's 11 o'clock at night and then his feet be swollen in the morning.
Okay.
Your feet be swollen. They be swollen.
It'd be 2 sandwiches.
And both ankles be swollen.
Only one.
Tell the truth.
All right, you're right.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's because of the bacon.
Well, we know it ain't because of the lettuce. That you didn't put on your sandwich?
Pickle is salty. Pickle is salty. It is very salty, and I need to cut that. I need to cut down on that. Whatever, man. Whatever.
Anyway,
I used to be in the hood and hustling, come in late and make me a dinner, and everybody be asleep.
Well, he does that now. But what I'm saying is, I enjoy hearing you in that kitchen just clinking away. Is she doing laps?
I don't know what she doing.
There's a woman. So we're in the studio and there's all these other spaces around, but we have the window closed and we can see half the bottom. And somebody just keeps walking around. She might be doing laps.
I know she roll up on the set one more motherfucking time.
No, but I enjoy hearing you in the kitchen, cooking, clinking around. I'll be in the room just, fading in and out of sleep because it's 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm done for the night. And he in there, so many times he'll come back in the room and have had a whole meal that I'll never even have witnessed.
Okay, but most times I come in there with something and you wake up
I do get a bite.
And take a couple bites and sit up long enough to swallow and go to sleep. Then had a nerve to say, did you eat something last night? Yeah, Negro, you did too. Woke up and took a piece of my bacon panini. Whatever it's called. What do you have when you take the tortilla shell and wrap it like this? And
that's a quesadilla.
Yeah, bacon quesadilla.
Who makes a bacon quesadilla?
Okay.
For not breakfast.
Okay, check this out.
For midnight.
Don't you hate when you give somebody a bite of your sandwich, or in this case, quesadilla, and they want 2 bites, and they don't just take 2 bites, they make a 1 bite run on, like...
That's you.
That you did that to my quesadilla.
No, you're the bite line crosser all the time. And the thing about him is he always got straggles when he bites your food. His mouth be too juicy and too excited.
I be wanting it.
Oh, I'm like, take it. You can have the whole thing.
Okay. First of all, don't make it seem like I got stragglers like Munchie.
Damn near.
Yeah.
Them slobber chambers. Ugh.
It's good food.
He be just this. You could tell his mouth was ready.
I was ready. But tired people, when they taking bites without their eyes open, and they take a bite and don't release it, they just go back in, don't release it, and then take a small one. Like that small one was like helping you out of something, being considerate. Like that's what you do a lot.
Okay. See, I be trying to be considerate because if someone bites your sandwich, here's a sandwich, and someone gonna bite all here and then leave this little bitty piece just sticking up. I just think I should wrap it, round it off and just make the whole edge kind of smooth.
My God.
So that's what I would be trying to do. And instead you leave that one piece of sandwich just sticking out the side. Nobody wants that.
You do.
Nobody wants that because that was left in your cheek. There was spit on it. There was leftover whatever didn't get put in your mouth. And now you just got this one piece.
I have figured out how to not wake you up if I don't want you to have some of my stuff.
What?
Paper plates and paper spoons, baby.
I know. If I don't hear the clink.
You can't hear no clinking, you be sleeping right through that.
You don't be wanting to share your snacks with me?
I do want to share my snacks.
You don't.
But sometimes I don't want to get up and go make another one. If I give you some and I'm still hungry, and I'll be like, you know how long it takes me to cook?
Because he takes forever.
You'll be right.
Stay on task. Some of your other pleasures.
You started this one.
Yeah, but you took it and ran with it.
Okay. We just been able to get a paycheck, a real paycheck, instead of 42 cents an hour. Like, I remember when I first got out and got my job, and I was working in the warehouse. Mm. And I didn't even see at that time how little money I was making. I didn't. I was just appreciative of it. And just being able to get that amount of money, it would have took me so long to get that in the joint. And so now just being able to, earn a paycheck, that is, I'm telling you,
yeah,
it's the best feeling in the world.
I get it. I totally get it. It's nice for me to be able to spend it.
Okay. As a man who wants to earn his keep, it's just that is a feeling that I was lost without that for a long time. I didn't even know what to do with myself. Not having some type of income coming in some type of way.
I mean, tagging along with your job, like, not even just your job, but we haven't done anything with your job yet. Like, you haven't had any like work functions or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But one thing that used to stress me out all the time around holidays was when it would be like a holiday party and they'd be like, spouses included, or bring your partners. And everybody would have heard about you. Like I mentioned Creed, I talk about you, I say I saw you, we spent the weekend. Like, you know, your coworkers and stuff know of who you are, but they didn't know what our situation was. And so now being able to potentially have you come and escort me to like my graduation, my business accelerator graduation, or if we have a work Christmas party this year, you'll be able to come. Like just stuff like that. And I don't have to be the third wheel or awkward or like, where is he at? How come he always has to work, or how he's never there?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just nice to have someone like on my arm too, you know? Like I'm not always alone. I can do things and people be like, oh, that's your guy.
Yeah.
Nice couple.
That was nice. I love that graduation. I love being able to go to celebrate you, and you was the finest one there.
Well, thanks.
And your outfit was popping.
Thank
the
you.
Brown dress.
Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Your elevator pitch. Dope.
Thank you. Yeah, no, just stuff like that is like having someone that's there just for me and they're like rooting for me and it's just there for me. Like that's really, I just don't have a lot of times in my life I've had that. I have people show up and they'll come and they'll be there, but to like know like they're really there for you. Like they are just solely there.
And they've never done it to the degree that you did it for them.
A lot haven't. But I mean, I don't even look at that anymore because if I waited for that, I will never have it. And that's not even to sound like I just do so much for people. I'm not going to find what I do in other people. Like people are not going to do what I do. You know, that's just not going to be because I can only do what I do. And sometimes I think that's where I have to, like kind of just take that, like, no, you provide a very good service. So yeah, it'd be nice that you'd want to engage in that service as well, but you provide that service. Other people don't necessarily provide the service you provide. And just because it's one that you provide it because it's one that you would also like to receive, it doesn't mean that now they can do it for you. People do what they can do.
At the same time, a lot of times people it doesn't come naturally for people, right?
I'm learning that too.
It will be a lot of thought to go into what you do naturally, right? So for you, it's just like, of course I would do this. And sometimes people just do not think of that, myself included. It just be like, how many times have you done something? I'd be like, what made you think to do that?
Well, you kind of actually taught me that, like, or it kind of helped me realize that it's not that I'm not, because this is what I'm not saying. I'm not saying I do it any better than the next. It's just a different approach or a different style or a different level of like, this is what I want this person to get from my gesture. So this is what I got to do to make sure they receive that feeling. So it's not even that I just kind of try to I come at it from a different place of like, I don't want to just make you feel good. I want to make you feel seen. I want to make you feel felt. I want to make you feel like I really, like I understand you. That's my goal. And of course I'm doing that because I want someone to do it back for me, but their level of doing that, it just might not compute to mine. Right. So it's not that they're not. It's just kind of apples and oranges. It can be like
boats passing each other, and both boats are doing the same thing. But you know, it's just
because you've said that. You've said like, I would never even have thought to do that for you. And then sometimes that's been where my source of like frustration is like, why wouldn't you have done that for me? And you're like, literally. That's how he looks at me.
Literally can never make that face in my life, y'all.
He just looks at me like that.
My face don't even go in that shape.
And it just stays like.
It's more like, I think, the face you're seeing now.
No. Not your confused and befuddled face. That's your stop talking to me face.
No, it ain't. My stop talking to me face is this.
Do the face you say I'm talking about. And do the other one. There's not really that much of a difference.
But there is.
That's not the face I be getting. I be getting that Craig face, like. That's the face.
You're stupid. Craig face.
When he opened that, closed that refrigerator. Going back to the topic, you done digressed again. Look at you.
I can't help it. But here's another one. I'm serious. I like having a decent coat. I love having a decent coat instead of a fucking state khaki coat that don't keep nothing out. Coat. Yeah, don't keep nothing out. It don't keep no.
And babe will wear him a coat.
100%. Y'all lucky ain't got it on now.
24/7, 365. That man, keep him a coat on.
Keep it with me. I keep one with me somehow, some way. I don't play.
I like to also, I like the fact that, like, I know that I am a calming agent to you sometimes, or like, you're like my sense of reason, or we can be each other's voice of, you know, reason or whatever. I do notice that there's a much, because I also remember too, like, I would be anxious or upset about something and be like, oh, I gotta tell you about this, and I'd have to wait all day to talk to you about it, and you would calm me down and it would like make it better. But your presence does have a big difference. I don't even want to say difference. Your presence has a huge weight on just me, period, on like feeling better, feeling confident, feeling comfortable, feeling secure, feeling all kinds of things. As high as it will make me feel high, the downside to that is that your down or your lows will take me with you, because I'm just that like in tune with you. So sometimes, while it's just like it's a gift, sometimes it's also like, damn, you heavy today.
You do the same thing for me in terms of you know, your presence being calming and giving me confidence, and you know, I don't know. I can't say I haven't thought about too much. I just said three things and they ain't finished the sentence. I don't know. I can't say I haven't thought about whether or not your presence, your downs make me down. I don't know if I necessarily paid attention to that, but when you even your get up and go sometimes, and I don't be feeling it. You be like, babe, so what's the plan today? And I'll be like, what do I say? I haven't made that far yet. Calm your ass down is what I really want to say. Like,
that's exactly what you said without saying it.
No, I just mean I haven't made it that far yet, but your presence does the same thing for me in a positive way, though. So I appreciate you saying that, because I did not know I did that for you. Not to that degree.
Yeah, for the most part.
Or to you. What? Funny ass.
Okay, so do you have a last one you want to wrap up?
Last one.
Honestly, I just like my pit smells. I love getting my pit sniffs.
Y'all,
I love those.
Can't lay in the bed with this woman without her face ended up in my. That's why your face beat her all the damn time.
I love a pit smell.
You always have said that, though.
He smells so good. I don't know what it is about him and a deodorant, but something about the deodorant and his pit, it just it does something to me.
Is that right?
It does. I don't know. It's like a comfort. It's almost like a thumb suck.
You want to smell it right now?
I would, but I'll get my lips on you, because I was gonna go in when I said I love a good pit sniff.
Yeah, oh my God, she do that shit. She does do that shit.
Even at like the end of the day, I've never caught him where he's musty. I've caught him where it's like, okay, well, we know where you're about to go next in the shower.
Yeah.
But I've never he's never funky. But I do love the hit of like especially at the end of the day, you get that smell of earth. Then deodorant, then man.
Yeah, you've asked me after I come home a couple times to give you a hug. You'd be like, "You been in the field today?"
You know what earth smells like.
Yeah,
you got that earth smell, and then it'd be that Old Spice or that Axe, whatever he got on, and then the man underneath it. Just
what it is.
All of the smells together just does something to your girl.
That's why listen. I highly recommend this. Because when I went to the joint, you know, I was on my colognes and all that, but then when I go to the joint, we got oils. And oils, for me, is a lot better than cologne. That I don't know if it gets in your skin better, but my pheromones or whatever.
Everybody knows when I'm coming. And they know when I left. Especially if I've like hugged you or like held your baby or pet your dog. With the oil, it transfers.
Yes.
So people always be like, you smell like Candace. Oh, Spice is here.
So don't be trying to take my smells off, but Egyptian musk is my shit.
Oh, now that's a black man smell.
That's my shit.
Now that is black man all the time. So my coworker Corey, he wears it, and I'm like, black man. Anytime I smell it, I know he's in the building, and I'm like, where's that black man? I love me some Egyptian musk.
I did not know Corey wore it too.
He does. But the thing with Egyptian musk, is like it has the general, it's Egyptian musk, but it smells different on everybody.
It smells different on everyone.
On everyone, and I love that. I think that's why I like oils anyway.
I keep an old Egyptian musk thing in my car because sometimes I forget to leave the house and forget to put it on. Excuse me. Or some days after being in the field, I need just a little dab, you know,
a little tart.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, but I appreciate that though, man. Thank you for that. That was a huge compliment.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Did I like your pissness? Or
pitsness? You like my smell so much. I appreciate that.
I do. I remember the first time I got the sniff at the trailer, and I was just like, oh, I get why women like being up under their man. Mm-hmm. It's the pheromone thing, I think.
Yeah.
Something about that.
Could be.
But yeah.
Good fuck me.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up. I think we had a good little list of some things that we.
Yeah, I mean, just
enjoying since you've been home.
Just didn't want to beat them up with all the
there's so many
stuff.
things.
Yeah, the obvious stuff. Just kind of like give you an idea of just little stuff that might pop into your head and literally just turn your day into like, I'm so happy. So happy to be home. Look at this. Like, y'all don't even know. Here's what happened to me yesterday. I'm chilling. No, day before yesterday. I'm chilling watching TV and Burger King commercial came on. And I was like, I could go down to Burger King right down the street and go get me some fucking Burger King right now.
But I will tell you this. Because you were sick the other day, I was so grateful that you were sick and that you had toilet paper and like a good bathroom and a good shower. That's and true. That you didn't have to be like sick and cold.
That's true.
And like sick and like something else. It was always some other thing.
Yeah, because when I used to get sick in a joint, you used to always be like, I wish I could get you some apple juice. I wish I could get you some ginger ale.
I had all the sick stuff.
You got the soup, which I ate that last night.
I saw. Did you put noodles in it? You mix the soups.
No, I ate a soup and then I ate a noodle. They probably had some noodle soup residual.
I was like, that looks like he done combined some soups or mixed.
I went downstairs and got one of those green packs of noodles.
Oh.
Yeah, because I wanted rice. I couldn't find any rice.
I think we're out of that.
Yeah, I couldn't find no rice, and so I was down there and I was like, I need to eat. I didn't even notice I didn't eat, and so I just made some noodles. But anyway. You had made sure I had everything, and that's the one thing that I did not have when I was in the joint. And when I used to get sick, the only thing I can do is go get some ibuprofen.
I know, and I used to want to get him like, you should get Theraflu or some peppermint tea or this. I mean, I got a stocked medicine cabinet. This man will be, if he's sick, he will have every single thing he could possibly need.
I will. Thank you.
I just don't play about that.
I appreciate that.
I do try to make sure that any of the things that you were deprived of. Mm-hmm. If they're in our power to get, I try to make sure you have them.
Mm-hmm. Which, that is the final thing. Listen, my appreciation for you goes up so high because when I wasn't able to go to a doctor, and back that time I really wasn't really into going to the doctor. You know, you're young, think you're invincible and stuff. And then as time started to go on, I want to go see the doctor about something. Like I said, the only thing they'll give you is ibuprofen. Mm-hmm. And now I'm out, and she has to still remind me to go to the doctor. Not because I don't want to go. It's just not. It's not my natural go-to when I'm feeling a certain way. Yeah. And I appreciate that now, though. I'm starting to appreciate. Well, I appreciate a lot more. I just need to remember: go to the doctor, go to urgent care, go see somebody. You're getting older, these little ailments is not always minor things anymore.
Which you do have your physical next week, right?
Next year, I think.
Oh, because you missed it.
I missed it.
Motherfucker.
I think it's January.
You had one job.
No, I didn't. I had my job, Trent's jobs, Gabe's job, and to go to the doctor job. And you know it.
Well, I will give you your flowers in the fact that Babe is starting therapy this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go see somebody Tuesday. So by the time y'all see this, I would have been and went. And so
hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I'm also just going to caution you, it's kind of like dating a little bit. You don't always get a good match the first one. If you don't feel like you're vibing, that's totally okay. It's not anything wrong with that. So okay,
that's cool to know.
So y'all, thank you for sticking around with us, and we're sorry we left y'all. Just know when we leave, hopefully it's just stuff. Most of the time it's not because we be beefing. It'd be because life just be lifing us up.
Yeah, for sure.
But we will come back. Also, I'm gonna just tell all of my YouTube fam, I'm going to start posting if there is anything like that or update. I'll post that in the community tab so that you are aware. It was very sweet of you guys to reach out to us and just say like, hey, what's going on? You guys okay? So we appreciate that. But yeah, we'll be back. We're not going anywhere. We've been just trying to like get this thing, kind of keep a consistent roll and then just find our footing, which maybe we should talk about that because it's been finding our footing is one of the things.
That is going to be the top title of the next show.
Finding our footing?
Finding our footing on everything.
Okay.
You're right.
We need to talk
But y'all
about
see the way she reacts to your comments and you checking on her? Totally different than mine. Because I'd be like, get out of my business.
Okay. Why you got to tell them that?
Shit, they need to stay out of my damn business. Always inquiring.
Talk to me. I will love to talk to you. And I love your inquiries. And he will love them too one day. He loves them now. He's just an ornery old man.
Whatever.
Curmudgeon.
You're appreciated, world.
We love you guys. Stay safe, stay black, stay
till the wheels fall off.
Bye, guys.
Peace.